Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Stephanie Rose, and well, today I didn't really have enough time or creativity to do something original because I only realized that Valentine's Day was tomorrow, today, because I just don't keep track of that very well anymore. So I'm opting instead to do a book tag. So this is the Valentine's Day book tag. The original creator for this book tag, their video isn't up anymore, so I can't really credit them properly. But anyways, I'm just being stared at. But I'm just gonna jump right in. Hopefully I did a good enough job diversifying the books that I'm putting in here. I know I tend to say the same books over and over again, and that's because I have a really difficult time remembering some of the stuff that I've read in the past and dredging up just like random bits of it, especially when I'm in like crunch time. When I'm trying to prepare a list for a video or anything, I start to just completely blank. So, but I think I did a good job this time. But no, so let's get to it. The first question is a standalone book that you love. Well, that's a very broad category, to be honest. I love a lot of standalone books. So I'm going to be a troll and go with It by Stephen King. I truly did love this book. I read it really fast for such a big fat book. And you can't see how fat it is because it's on the Kindle, it's in digital format, but the physical book itself, if you haven't seen it in the bookstores, it's like that thick. This is a humongous book. So there's that. Off to a great start. That's so romantic. Okay, dystopian book that you love. Now, I haven't read this in a while, so I can't verify that. Maybe I just love it a lot in my memory. But Uglies by Scott Westerfeld. A book that you love, but no one else talks about. Maybe I'm just watching the wrong videos and looking at the wrong things for this, the wrong people. But two books by Frederick Bachman specifically that I adore. And I've only seen one person talk about one of them, and then I've seen nobody talk about the other. A Man Called Ove. I read that because one of my friends on Facebook posted about it on her Instagram. And so I read that, and then I just had to read everything else by him. And so I read Britt Murray Was Here Next. And Britt Murray Was Here is my choice for this list because I have not seen anybody mention it. And it is a really good book. I would highly recommend anything by him. So I do have another video. It's an author gush. I'll link it in the description below, where I go a bit more in depth about his books and how much I love them. Number 4, a favorite book couple. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to romance when I'm reading. And whenever I read stuff that had more romances in them, I was reading them a lot faster. I wasn't analyzing and taking in all the information properly. So it's very short-lived entertainment. It's in and then it's out. That's how I read when I was a teenager, which is part of the reason why I could read so fast. So I would say, just off the top of my head, that Ron and Hermione are my favorite book couple, just because neither of them are the main character, the title character. They're both sidekicks, sort of. And Harry did not end up with Hermione. Ron did, and I loved that because it goes against what most authors would do. And I know J.K. Rowling has said that she regrets not having Harry end up with Hermione. But at the time, I thought that it was very, not revolutionary, but pretty close. I also really loved any kind of romance that was between friends, like people who've known each other for a long time and then they fall in love. I always liked that. I also like the romance in Lion King because of that as well. A book that other people love but you haven't read yet. All of those books by Sarah J. Maas. You know, the very fancy chair made of window pane, or something similar to that. I don't know. I haven't read any of those, and I'm not sure I'm going to. I might, but it'll just be out of curiosity, honestly. A book with red on the cover. For that, I've got A Shadow, Bright and Burning by Jessica Cluess. And while I was not incredibly impressed with this book, I did enjoy it. It had a bit more potential than it used. I really should take more notes when I'm reading. I'm trying, okay, I'm trying. And next is a book with pink on the cover, and I do not have very many of these. So, this is pink, right? Brightly Burning by Alexa Dunn. You were given a box of chocolate. What fictional boyfriend / girlfriend would have given them to you? I have not had a fictional crush basically since I was a teenager. So I'm going to say Iggy from Maximum Ride, but he'll have aged with me because I'm not 15 anymore. But no, he was a very sweet sort of character, and or at least he seemed like he was sweet, and I really liked him. I think he had more character building than the love interest for Max, Fang, which is why this accent just fart. But, I think that's why I ended up liking him better than Fang. Fang was very stereotypical, and Iggy had a bit more to him. Also, I also kind of liked the idea of having a blind boy touch my face in order to see it. There's just something like weirdly romantic about that to me. Question number 9 is, you are single on Valentine's Day. What book would you read? What TV show would you watch? And what movie would you watch? It actually took me a while to decide on the answer to the book part of the question, because on Valentine's Day, when I'm having a night in, I don't read, I watch something. I hop on the couch, grab some fuzzy blankets, fuzzy socks, sweater and leggings, coffee or wine, and watch something. The book that I would read is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Because on a day like Valentine's Day, if I were single, if I were alone, if I was maybe feeling a little down, I would need to get really cozy. And Jane Eyre, my dog is being the noisiest creature on earth right now. Jane Eyre is a nice, slow, very cozy feeling read. It feels like walking through a park where there is absolutely nobody, like a garden or something. I don't know. Anyway, I really liked that book. That would be a good one for me to read on a day where I'm feeling particularly alone. For TV shows, I would watch Gilmore Girls. It's very bingeable. For movies, I would choose Pride and Prejudice, this specific one, because I adore it. Or if I were feeling more in the mood for a rom-com, I would choose Friends with Benefits, which I don't actually own. So yeah, that's what I would do for my night in. That and all right, the last question on this book tag is, you are in the bookstore. All of a sudden, you get shot with an arrow by Cupid. What new release will you love? So, I don't follow new releases. I have no desire to. I just read whatever I want to read. The only time that I prioritize reading something new is when lots of people are talking about it and it sounds interesting to me. But even then, sometimes I'll put it off for other books that I want to read more. So, anything that I would personally consider new, like I still consider the Hazelwood new, and that was released over 6 months ago, I think. So those wouldn't count as new releases anyway. So I have no answer to this question, really. Either Cupid missed, or I was not in the new releases section. So yeah, no answer to that question, but I was not feeling creative enough to come up with a new one that was usable by other people. Yeah. All right. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. I will put the list of the questions in the description below in case you want to do your own book tag. I will also put my Instagram and Twitter links in the description below as always. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.